Benefits of being a member is the ability to do a 10-minute presentation. Today, get your listening ears on, because this guy has an amazing technique. I've seen his presentation once up in Trinity. Yes, Monica, we have a meeting in Trinity on Monday. So come on up, Jonathan. Educate and empower us. It's exciting for you to bring this here to Clearwater.
Thank you very much, Mark.
My pleasure.
All right, so before we get started, a couple of things. First, if you can make sure your cell phones are on silent or turned off, whichever you prefer, just to keep any distractions away so we can kind of focus for the next 10 minutes or so. And then once that's done, I would like for everybody to just take a moment, close your eyes, and we're going to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. 2 in through the nose and out through the mouth. Last one, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Open your eyes. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. My name is Jonathan Pouliot. I'm a spiritual guide, healer, teacher, and life activation practitioner in the lineage of King Solomon, certified by the Modern Mystery School. I'm going to begin today with a story, actually. So earlier this year, I went into the bedroom of the apartment that I've lived in for about 13 years, and I needed to open the blinds for something, so I pulled the cord and it snapped in my hand. That's a bit of a problem because I couldn't raise the blinds at that point, so I called the maintenance team of the apartment, and they said, great, we can come out and change them out. We just need to make sure that if you have any curtains or anything in front of the blinds, that those are taken down so that we have full access to get in and change them out. I said, sure, no problem. Day comes around for them to come in and change the blinds. I go and take the curtains off that have been on this window for 13 years, and all of this light spills into this room because I don't have heavy curtains, but the light has been kind of dissolved through the sheer curtains, so, you know, it's light but not the full light. But now I have a completely open window in the summer in Florida, and the room is completely illuminated by the sunlight flooding in. I look up, and the first 6 inches from my ceiling all the way around my room are covered in dust bunnies. I now understand why I've been waking up every morning with a runny nose and a cough and stuff in my throat, and that throughout the day that would go away, and then the next morning it would come back. Why do I tell this story? I tell this story because that's what one of the services that I offer, the life activation, does for you for your internal life. It brings in light so that you can see the things that are causing the problems in your life, so that you can then make the decision if you want to work to resolve them. Because in that moment, I had the ability to say, oh, well, this is really dusty, and now I know why this is doing this, and to leave it like it is and just live with that knowledge. Or what I actually did was I went and got my Swiffer and proceeded to clean the wall around the entire room, and I have not had those problems anymore. So it gives you the ability to see the root causes of the things that are causing the obstacles, causing the problems, causing the stumbles in what you're trying to do in your life, and then gives you the support should you choose to work to resolve them. Now, another thing that I offer that helps with clarity and focus once you kind of know what's going on is meditation. I lead a form of meditation called the Max Meditation System. And it's a really great form of meditation for beginners who have never been able to meditate properly. But it's also really great for people who have a regular meditation practice to be able to go deeper into it. And I can give you more information about that later on. The way that I talk about meditation to kind of help people understand how it helps and how it can really help with the clarity and focus that I'm talking about is just about all of us have that one drawer, usually in the kitchen, that's the junk drawer, or the catch-all, or a friend of mine calls it the hurry-up-and-shut-it drawer. It's just all the random stuff. And it's just thrown in there, and you throw stuff in, and you close it. And when you need to find something, you have to go digging through it. The best way to find what you're looking for is to have the drawer organized. But in order to organize that drawer, you have to empty it first. And that's what meditation allows us to do. It allows us to empty our junk drawer and live in the present moment for the 5, 10, 30, 60 minutes, however long you meditate for. It allows us to empty out that junk drawer so that when we come out of it, we can then reorganize it in a way that we can better find the information that we're looking for. Okay? Some other benefits of meditation, which kind of helps to kind of go into the kind of referrals that I'm looking for. People who have trouble sleeping, it's often because of the chaos that's going on in their mind. So meditating and organizing that chaos often helps better sleep. So maybe first we send them to Andy because maybe the mattress is the problem. But if the mattress doesn't fix it, then send them to me so that I can help them with the internal issues as well. Somebody who struggles with focus during the day. A lot of people think that they have ADHD, and I'm not saying that all of them are wrong, but I think we're kind of over-diagnosing ADHD, and a lot of it is just we don't know how to focus. Our world does not really promote that. It does not help us to do that for sure. Someone who is searching for their purpose in life. Someone who's gotten to a point to where they go, there has to be more than this. This can't be all that there is to it. That's somebody that is ready for the life activation in order to receive that light, in order to be able to see what else is there and what they have access to, and to be able to make full use of it. Also, someone who currently uses or has previously had an issue with using alcohol or substances of different kinds, as a life activation can do a great job of helping them to see what those substances have done in their life that they need to pay more attention to and perhaps get additional assistance with. And also someone who's looking to make a life change but isn't sure how to proceed. The life activation can act as a map that says, hey, go this way and you're going to get there a whole lot faster. But if you want to go this way and do it the hard way, I'll kind of try to guide you to make it as easy as possible. So that's what I do. How did I get here? So I was on a spiritual path growing up. I was raised Southern Baptist. My parents were ministers for most of my life. But around college, some things came up, and I was like, this doesn't really jive anymore. This doesn't feel right. I still believe that there's a lot more, but this version of it doesn't feel right. So I kind of went around and did a lot of different things, dabbled in some different spirituality, and all of it was fine. I gained something from all of it, but none of it was quite right. Then comes 2020. That year kind of makes us all go, oh, these days, okay? At the beginning of 2020, January, everything was great, right? So January of 2020, I started to get serious about my health, went to the doctor, got some tests run. They were like, hey, things aren't bad yet, but they're not going great. So you really need to make some changes, which I did. I was making some serious health changes. And then came March of 2020, when everything started to kind of blow up. The interesting thing is, as the world shut down and a lot of people kind of became couch potatoes and really didn't know what to do, I kind of thrived. I had all of my distractions cut off, and I didn't have a reason to say I don't have time to work out, I don't have time to do this, I don't have time to do that. So I kind of started to thrive. And I received a message one day from a friend who said, hey, I've seen you're on this health and mindfulness journey. I have this meditation that I lead via Zoom every Monday. Here's the link if you want to join us. I had zero reasons to say no, because there was literally nothing else going on in the world. I had been terrible at meditating before. I wasn't really excited about it, but I was like, you know what? I've been working on all this other stuff. Why not give it a shot? I attended this meditation and had some of the most transformational 60 minutes I've ever experienced, and was really shocked. And was like, maybe this is a one-time thing. So I kept going back every week. And every week I continued to have a great experience. So then I started talking to him, and I said, hey, so you've got this meditation, what else do you have? And that's when he introduced me to the life activation. I said, you know what? If your meditations are this good, let me see what else you've got. So I went and I received my life activation, and after that 90-minute session, I knew from that moment, the minute it was done, that nothing was ever going to be the same. And my entire life up to after that point has really been on a trajectory of really living a purpose, whereas before I was just kind of living to survive. I was doing great, had a great job, but there really was no purpose, there was no drive. And I discovered through the life activation that making more people aware of what is available to them, reminding them of the divine royal being that they came here to be, that there is more to this life, that is my purpose. And so that's why I'm here. So now I'd like to open it up for any questions.
How long is your life activation process?
It's a 90-minute session, and then the process works from there. So the 90 minutes is activation, but just like with anything, once you activate it, it then begins the process of doing what it's going to do. So the results that you see start at that point, but continue to unfold sometimes for several years afterwards, depending on what it is that needs to happen, where you are in your current life, what your goals are, things along those lines.
Is that your favorite?
Oh, that's really hard. It's like picking a favorite child. Well, okay, so maybe it's easier for some of you.
Be real.
I would say that the life activation is my favorite thing to do simply because it lays such a strong foundation for anything else that you do when you work with me. There are some things that I do that you have to have the life activation first, but there are lots of them that you can do without the life activation, but everything is going to have better and faster results if you have that life activation foundation laid first.
What makes you different than like any other type of astrologer, psychic, doing their own version of something similar? Or yeah, what would be your differentiation?
Yeah, so one of the biggest differences is that I am working within a lineage. Like I mentioned, I'm with the lineage of King Solomon, and so the tools that I'm working with are thousands of years old. They're not something that I learned out of a book. They're not something that I just woke up one morning and was like, hey, this is going to be great. I'm not saying any of those things are bad or wrong. They work great for what those people are doing. But what I'm doing has been tested over thousands of years and has been proven to work. Also, there's no me interpreting anything for you in the life activation and a lot of the other things that I'm doing. I kind of see it as a spiritual surgery. So I'm either removing a blockage or an obstacle that's keeping you from doing what you need to do, or I'm putting in additional energy that you need in order to have the support in order to do the thing that you need to do. So I am really all about awakening what's already inside of you as opposed to telling you or adding anything from the outside. Thank you for that. Yes?
Do you have any certifications where you can do like, I don't know, I guess whenever you do like, when you're trying to get past certain things in your life, you're trying to access certain parts of your brain. So it kind of seems like if there's something blocking, you can kind of get through that, right? Is that right?
Yeah, for sure. The things that I do have, they're spiritual healings that I'm doing, but our spirit is connected to our body, it's connected to our mind, it's connected to our emotions. So it's all interconnected, so fixing one can't help but fix the others.
Okay.
So I have someone that I think you could work well with, but my question is you keep bringing up King Solomon. So is it Bible-based, or is it, if somebody feels different about spirituality, like is Hinduism, would you still be able to work with them?
100%. The work that I do is universal spiritualism. It's not rooted in any religious dogma, beliefs, anything along those lines. So the clients that I've worked with are Christian, Buddhist, Hindu, Muslim, anything I can work with.
So you're just using Solomon as a time-based reference.
Well, Solomon is the one who actually found all of these healings and brought them together and put them kind of into what we call a lineage, what we might think of as a package.
Right.
So, because there's the story of Solomon's temple and bringing all of the healers in and working with them to find out what works on everybody at all times. You can teach other people to do it. Because that's another aspect that I didn't really get into, is that not only do I do all of these things, but I offer the entry-level classes and things in order for you to be able to do these things as well. So there's nothing that I'm doing that I'm like, I do this, you can't. So you have to come to me to do this. Like, I can get you started and I can put you on the path in order to get into this same work as far as you want to go, if that's something that you want to do.
Thank you.
Is it solely just breathing, or is there any other medicinal things introduced?
So we don't, I want to be careful how I answer that question.
Yes.
So there's never a time that I give you any kind of pills or herbs or oils or anything along those lines.
Tea?
I don't necessarily do any teas or anything like that. But the work that I do, because a lot of times the issues that we're having physically can actually have a spiritual component to them. So it can be one of the reasons why we're not healing physically, because the spiritual side is what actually needs the attention.
Okay, well, thank you.
We'll end with this question.
Can you explain what you do during that 90 minutes? I mean, is it an hypnosis type things? What happens what do you do during that process?
I can do that real quick. So the first half of the 90-minute session is an energy balancing. So I work with some of your different energy structures, get them nice and balanced and flowing and ready to receive the activation that we're going to do. And then in the second half, I'm simply bringing down energy and infusing it directly into your physical and spiritual DNA for it to then work within you. So there's no hypnosis involved or anything along those lines.
Okay.
Can you
So
look
it's
right
just
there and tell
breathing.
people how to get in touch with you?
GatewayHealingFL.com and Instagram and Facebook at GatewayHealingFL.
I like it.